Hey, hey, hey. I hope you have an attitude of gratitude. And if you keep your focus there, you have so much more to be grateful about. Why complain? You don't want nothing else to complain about. Is why you counteract that immediately. There's nothing wrong with having concerns because concerns get addressed. That's where I'd rather have concerns than I do complaints. All right, you want a resolution. All right. So, just real quick, I want to talk about how, women be like, I can have any man I want. Men be like, I can have any woman I want. But realistically, we know that eventually you'll find out that is untrue. Untrue. And so, depending on, what neighborhood you're from or what country you're from, state, city, whatever you're from, you might be more likable. But try that somewhere else. And then you'll find that you're not as likable over here like you was over there. This is why we have to remain humble with that statement. Ain't no one size fit all. Everybody is different. So let's be humble when we think that we can have anybody we want. That is absolutely not the case. And even when you tell someone, I can have you anytime I want you, I got you, you stuck, you ain't going nowhere. Well, as long as they remain the same, that's possible. But the minute they change something, and then you go back and you try the same things that you know that normally works, and this time it ain't working. And then you try again, and then you try again, and all of a sudden now you raise an eyebrow like, hold up, what's going on here? Who else in the picture? What's happening? See, people change. And even with that attitude of thinking you can have anybody you want, that changes as well. Your looks change. Anything can change. And then all of a sudden, you're not that, fine as wine as you thought you were. Things change. Again, this is why we have to remain humble. You had this, you think you're better than everybody attitude, and it makes you have that falseness about yourself. And so you want to be a likable person. You want to be a person that, everybody be like, ooh, that's a good girl. That's a good dude, very respectful, kind, always the same, very authentic, that's what you want. But when you walk around with that attitude like you the shit, life will show you that you ain't shit. You ain't shit. So again, let's be mindful of that attitude. And when you get like that, and trust me, when you around that excessively, you got to be careful not to absorb that. Let somebody fill your head up. Don't know everybody want to Beyonce. Don't know everybody wanted Danielle Washington. Everybody. Not everybody. There are some things I've seen people like and was attracted to some people. You'd be like, whoa, okay. You'd be like, I would never thought that. Because see, people see things as deeper. Looks. People see deeper than sex. People see deeper than money. And if those are things that you go after, that is attracting to you, baby, you got, baby, Because when the sex is over, what's left? When the money gone, what's left? When the licks change, what's left? What's left? Integrity, character. What's left? You have any of that? You have any principles, morals? What do you have? Can you have a good conversation? Are you a good communicator? Are you an open mind person? Are you a go getter? Do you like to do things, enjoy life? Just a good person. So I always say when you encounter a relationship, especially when there's a couple, and a lot of times we bring our past relationship into our future relationship. You got to be able to know how to cleanse all that out before you start something new. All right. So when you don't, because everybody like you this way, and that's what, when people you're around, you seem to get the same results. That's because you're around the same people. Change up, switch up, and you'll add more characteristic to your life. All right. So now you're in a new relationship. Now you got to get to know that person for who they are. You got to get to know them. Ain't no one size fit all with everybody. So what you did with your past relationship don't mean it's going to work with your current relationship. So get to know that person mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, mentally, all that. You got to get to know them overall and treat them as such. Treat them as such. All right. So again, drop the attitude. I can have anybody I want. Anybody I want. Well, over there you can, but over here, that's where the buck stops. That's where it stops. That's why a lot of people don't even date people outside their neighborhood or their city, states, or whatever, where they're getting this most attention from. They don't really too much date outside of that. And so if you're around the same things, you're going to get the same thing. You want different, you got to step outside the box and find out that you ain't all that in a bag of chips as you thought you were. Only to find you need more work. More work. And most so is a mentality. You have to constantly, you learn every day. It's something to learn every day about you that you didn't know. And when you step outside the box, you'll find that. So every day I'm willing to learn more and more about me. It's a beautiful thing when people, be able to express their views about you, what they see. And you'd be surprised how somebody sit back in the cut watching you, listening to you, being very observant, listening very carefully. So we have to be careful, of what we're saying, what we're doing, how we're performing things, period. All right. So just real quick, I just want to say, hey, drop that attitude. It's not a good one to have, but your intentions always want to be right. I just want to be that good dude. I just want to be that good girl. That's it. When everybody see me, you be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Be real authentic. You're not going to be happy every day, but that's the goal, is to stay enjoying the happiness of your life. That's what you want to do. And counteract anything that's negative immediately. Seriously. And it should be done effortlessly. The more you learn, the more you get experience, you'll learn how to do that. Most definitely. All right. So the attitude is to have. Can you love instead of hate? Do say and think good instead of evil. And can you differentiate right from wrong accordingly? See, that's important. That's that one size fit all. Everybody different. What might be right for him or her may not be right for him or her or the other person. It may not be right for them. So you got to be able to have great judgment of how to interact with an individual. All right. That's where we are. I care nothing about your classism. I care nothing about your ethnicity, your race. I care nothing about that. I care about whether you're a good person. Overall. That's what I care about. Have an amazing day.